It doesn't matter what happens, it's always your fault. That's your job as CEO, as entrepreneur. It doesn't matter what happens, there's always something that you could have done to change it. Until you get out of that victim mindset where things happen to you, you will never progress in business, okay? Quick story for you. It's Friday, Tuesday afternoon, 4 days ago. I was deep working and I crafted the most perfect email newsletter to go out to my community. This took me about an hour and a half. My work environment's perfect. I'm locked in, deep work, headphones in, noise cancelling, no distractions. And then as I go to press send, system crashes. I don't normally get angry, but I was super frustrated. I was thinking about this afterwards. Yes, it's annoying, the system crashed, and then I've got all this potential stored energy. There's a lesson in this for me and for you. It always comes back down to, it doesn't matter what happens, it's always your fault. The reason I didn't get that work back is my fault. Can I blame the system? Yeah. Can I blame Apple? Probably. But guess what? I should have been backing that up. I shouldn't have been making that live on a web browser. I should have been doing that somewhere like Notion or apps, or I could have even been writing it down. It comes back to your capacity and the necessity for you as an entrepreneur to take accountability for everything. I take extreme ownership. At some point, you could have done something to stop that from happening. If you go back and backtrack across the series of events, of unfortunate events, there would have been something you could have done somewhere to do something different. So instead of blaming the systems, the tools, the software, the people, the situation, how can you take accountability for it, okay? Because as I say all the time in entrepreneurship, like, no one's telling you what to do. It's very difficult. Things are coming at you. Literally, people are throwing fireballs at you every day. You're always problem solving. But the lesson that I want you to learn from this is always radical accountability. That which means the next time you do this, you now have robust systems in place to avoid that happening again. Take it back to my example, okay? I could have wrote on Notion, something that isn't web-based, instead of doing it on the web browser. Now that is an SOP for me. I will never do that again. So although it feels and looks like an apparent failure and a lack of time and very poor leverage, actually, this is going to save me so much more pain, because next time I could be writing a 6-hour newsletter and then it's a problem. I could be writing a dissertation, yeah, and then it's gone. Huge problem. So back things up. Make sure you don't do it in a live environment. So next time I'm actually moving the pieces on the chessboard so that I prevent making mistakes, the same mistakes over and over. And that's the intelligent thing for you to do as an entrepreneur. Einstein's quote, definition of insanity, doing the same thing over and over and expecting different results. Let me ask you a question. What's something bad or frustrating or that's made you angry in the past couple of weeks? And instead of blaming everything and anyone else, what could you have done different? Okay? The next time something like this happens, what can you do to anticipate and take preventative measures? This is how you become a good operator, a good thinker as an entrepreneur in business, as a service provider. It doesn't matter. It's always down to radical accountability, taking responsibility for your own actions and also other things that happen, because there's always some point. If you reverse the timeline, you could have done something different to anticipate that would then have changed the outcome, okay? And it always comes back down to you. How are you improving? How are you getting better? How is this then going to move you or your business or your lifestyle, whatever it is, health, relationships, forward? Don't blame everything else. Always look inside first. This is one of those small 1% hacks that over a long enough time will guarantee to make you successful. Moral of the story, whatever happens, it doesn't matter, it's your fault. So what are you going to do about it?